Okay, just a quick look at the amount of detail going into the Tamiya Ferrari Testarossa interior. I really wasn't happy with the lack of detail in the car, and was really disappointed. I thought Tamiya, usually they're a lot better than this. But as you can see, unlike the monogram, which had them molded in, these leather straps for luggage straps behind the seats, the center console instrumentation, the Tamiya was missing all of that. So I added the leather straps along with fabricated buckles. Tonight I added gauges and instrument panel using photo etch parts for the center console so that it doesn't look like a big empty space, which was my biggest disappointment in this interior. I mean, it's beautifully molded, it goes together beautifully, and they put details such as seat tracks in it, but they forgot the obvious ones that you'll actually see, like the gauges and instruments in the center console. So I painted them red, as Ferrari instruments were always lit in red, and there were 2 gauges in the center console, and I guess some switchgear in the bottom, which I've tried to replicate with these photo etch parts, which I've just received. And the next step is to add seat belts, and this is the first seat belt with photo etch buckle installed. And here we're working on the other end of the seatbelt buckle. That there will be the other end, which sits on this side of the seat to replicate the seat belts in the car. One of the things we never saw Sonny use in this car were the seat belts, but they were there, so I'm putting them in. Once I get this done, the interior will finally be finished, and I can move on to the rest of the car. The monogram will also be receiving seat belts to detract from the door panels, which are disappointing at best, but they more than made up for it with all of the other details that they put into this interior. Odd thing is that the handbrake is molded in and not a separate part, but Tamiya left out the most important details, but they did give you a handbrake as a separate part, which you had to install, which when the car is finished, you'll barely be able to see. I don't understand why they chose to do that as opposed to concentrate on the details that you can see. But that can be rectified. So now I am much happier with this interior than I was previously. And I think it's gonna look much better now with all the details added to it. All right, that's it from the latest update. Not a full report on the build, but just a quick update. All right, see you in the next one.